It's worth. This is me thinking about coaching and what I think is important. So this is what I think good coaching is, 5 areas which I think are crucial. I like to think I need to help people develop understanding. This is why you can, not just saying you can do this, but here's why you can do that. So I would be very clear in the education process. This is why you can do it, this is what you need to do. So I feel that building belief in young people is crucial, but not just telling people, believe in yourself, you can do it. That's false positivity. Here's why you can do it. Here's some of the things you need to work on. Stefan Holmes' a great story, for example. He was only small, but he was a world-class high jumper. So, you can't be too small if you're springy enough, if you're technically good enough, and if you're determined enough. So I think that's a key component of coaching. As is, I've asked you about what's your learning process. The majority of learning for the players you work with happen between the sessions, not during the sessions. Okay, when they think about what just happened, why it happened, what would I need to do differently next time to make sure that session was more effective? You all happy with that? What used to frustrate me when I was particularly at London Irish was that, would say that we're on a time limit, I would stop the session, come back the next day, what we're working on today, coach, we're going to continue working on what we did yesterday. What was that again? They've gone in for the ice bath, gone away, done something, had food, got in the movies, come back, not thought about it. The switched on players had thought about that session, taken time to think about it. This is what I'm going to do tomorrow and get a chance to work on it and do some extras. This is what's going to happen. So the vast majority happens between the sessions. So you need to make sure that the players you work with have an effective process in place to allow them to maximize that learning time. That's what I see my job as a coach, to make sure. Don't let people have weaknesses. If there's something that's going to be important in the future, let's call them future-proof skills. If you want to get to that level, you need to start working on it now because it's going to take time. So keep those things on the agenda. Yes, you're one of the best in the squad. Yes, we're winning quite easily, blah, 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 blah. But this is going to be important in future. You need to keep this on your agenda. Can't stress enough. Too much of coaching is telling people what to do. This is how you do it. Your job is, I think, as a coach, is to make sure they drive it, they respond. Well, how are you going to do that? What do you think will be important? I don't know, coach. Well, where could you go and find out? I want you to come back at the start of the next session and tell me what you think is going to be important. And yes, I'll give you some feedback, but not until you've done this. Not my job to make you a better coach. Your job. Remember the red dot in the middle? Outstanding coaches move people when that red dot happens to the right-hand side. Someone's struggling with a challenge, you help them to embrace it. If someone's had a setback, you help them to overcome it, learn from it and move on. If you give someone feedback, you're watching the session, are they using it? If not, you address it. Make sure they use it next time. You make sure they take responsibility.